by Pari.
Okay. According to my opinion, owning a house is better than living in a rented house or a lease apartment because we don't have to pay that much money in rent, which is good for our pocket, and we have comfort zone in our own house, which is too different from a rented house. Thank you.
Continue. Guys,
So I totally disagreed your point because if you are saying that a rented house is very matlab, that is very expensive to pay the rent of rented house, but if you buy a house it is also very costly.
So if we have our own house, so money will also be saved, and we do not have any restrictions, so we can come and go late night.
You will have to save 40% and up to 50% of your salary, and you can also face debt traps.
But we don't have to pay rent again and again because we can live or buy own house once.
But it can be also happen you will have to pay EMI again and again.
And so, there is the person who live in owning house, so they have a lot of money, so they buy
it's not
luxurious
owning house, it's owned house.
own house, so they
Let's
buy
move a bit ahead.
luxurious items like expensive cars
आपको नहीं होना move.
and expensive phones, etc.
So it is not compulsory if a person is owning a house, it living a luxurious life. I have saw many people earlier. I have seen many people earlier which is living in a who are living in his own house and in their house and they are not living a luxurious life. And I saw some like Salman Khan is rented a apartment on Galaxy Apartments when he is living a luxurious life.
But he also has a own house in which he also live.
He also has an own
He
house.
also has an own house in which he lives. And my second point is that who people who live in rented house have so many restrictions, like they can't come late at night, and they can't make non-veg in a rented house.
You can make a contract with the landlord to the terms and condition to live in the rented house also.
Even they have restriction, but like you have to pay rent on time, otherwise they will be removed by landlords.
All landlords are not like that.
And landlord doesn't need to have permission.
It means you mean to say a landlord doesn't have to seek permission
Yes.
from the tenants,
Yes.
but the tenants have to seek permission from
Yes.
the landlords. Okay.
So what do you say?
I think it should be a contract between landlord and the rent peasant who's living in his house.
This is not a contract.
Like I've seen in many cases, like people live on rented house, and their landlords don't live there. They live on the other side or nearby that place. They don't come and they don't ask anything from tenants.
But we can't take it in one side. We have to see other side also, that there are many landlords who shouts on tenants,
Who shout?
on tenants. Uh, you have to pay rent on time, and you can't come late, you can't do it or do that. And tenants are not able to say anything because they have to live there and they are to live there.
If they are destroying his property, so then he will shout on him.
He will shout on them.
He will shout on them. If you are living on your home and you just break your tube light, your mother and your parents will also shout on you.
Okay, so tenant has a lot of fear because they live in rent
On rent.
on rent. So what do you want to say?
I don't think like that. They live in fear because um, landlords don't interrupt them in their personal works, and they don't come month by month. And even in this time, you can transfer money bank to bank. They will not come on your home.
Okay, as we seen that in Corona time, there are many tenants
There were.
there were many tenants who were not able to pay rent on time, and they were removed by landlords out from house. What what you want to say about it?
What do you want to?
Our Delhi government also make a law on this.
Made a law.
Made a law on this earlier.
But not every landlord is following rule.
So he will complain to police, nearby police station also, and fire.
But police do not heard the complaint.
You.
Hear the complaint.
Okay, fine, guys. For now, I think that is enough. But
Yes.
you must be more aggressive while debating with one another. Why? Because I feel like it is more of a group discussion, or it is a kind of discussion of a debate rather than a debate. So you are like, you're so polite talking with each other like you are friends, and you are having a general opinion about living on rent or having an own house. So be little more aggressive, be very much committed to your points. It is very important. For now, I think that is enough.